Hey, how you doing? I am Machine, the producer, and I am very excited to run you through some of my favorite presets that we've created here for my Tone Hub pack. I want to quickly introduce you. I'm not going to play guitar. You don't want me to play guitar. To Julian, one of my head engineer on so many records, plays in the band Chronologist, incredible guitar player, and one hell of a fucking awesome dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
So let's get started. Preset number 1. I put this at number 1 because it's just, you know what? I think the pack just had to start with just a always good, generic, killer, heavy rhythm tone. This is called Ecstasy for Everything. This was modeled from my Bogner Ecstasy, which is a head I got during the Armor for Sleep record. And I think it was actually a rental. And it was so good sounding that I just called the rental company. I'm like, sorry, you're gonna have to charge me for this for a new price, but I'm not returning this. And that head has been with me ever since, and it's been on so many records. It was what? Okay, it was recorded through my favorite 212 Orange cab. Let's check it out. Give a good generic fucking rock riff. Sick. So usable. It has that sheeny shred. It's got a smoothie, beefy bottom. This sound is just a good full range, full body frequency lover. It's creamy, it's glassy on top. It sticks out amazingly in the mix. I use this as such a great starting point rhythm for so many things. I absolutely love it. I'm excited for you to check it out. Preset number 5, Redneck. This is a metal tone, and you know, a lot of times I feel like there's 2 types of metal tones I really want to concern myself with. There's a scooped, full range, spongy sound, and then sometimes when you're kind of doing a lot of quick, defined single note riffs, I want a tone that really has a signature character in the mid range and really voices the fingers and voices the riff. And that's kind of what this one was made. This one was designed during the Lamb of God record. And another just great thing about being able to give this to you in the SCL Tone Hub software is that, you know, making this sound was just one of these happy studio accents. It was in a time where I was very into splitting up with multiple cabinets and multiple mics. And I remember getting this sound and messing with it for quite a bit, and multiple mics coming up on the console and me trying different things. And one of those mics on one of those speakers was out of phase. And what happened was when I put that into just a certain position with the other mics, it basically created a subtle EQ effect that we all thought in that moment was just the magic in that tone. And I can capture that as a picture and give that to you on the drop in this software, and also give to myself at a clip, which is just a wonderful thing to have. So this was recorded, yes, it was recorded through many cabinets, actually, in truth. The main one probably was our rectifier cabinet, our 412 cabinet. It's a Mesa Mark IV amp. So let's Julian, let's show them like what metal sounds like. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Let's hear the straight, now let's just hear the straight up, dumb, Chunk, 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 chunk. So good for that. Nasty. All right. Next tune. Next tone. Let's do it. Now let's talk about some metal lead tones. This is one of my main go-to leads in heavy music. It's preset number 7, Walk in Hell, lead 1. It's great because it has that cut, that shred, and it comes with some certain effects that really just make it stand out, sit on top of in a heavy production, and kind of slightly glassy and piercing, and really helps just bring out the notes in the lead of what you want. Let's hear what this sounds like. Do a Julian lead. Sweet. Thank you, bro. This next sound, preset number 9, Polyphy, clean and compressed. This is, and I'll be honest, this is a sound very inspired by my respect and appreciation for the band Polyphia, how they're so progressive and use a very compressed, clean sound with tapping and this and that in their tone. And I basically just wanted to, I'm such a fan of compressed, clean sounds in general. So I really just wanted to design a tone for us that is ready to go, that can give us that beautiful, round, crisp, and importantly, compressed clean. Why compressed? Because when tapping, when playing lightly, it's evening out and punching through all these notes. So here is my preset 9, Polyphy, clean and compressed. Let's check it out, enjoy it. Sweet, get it. Get after it. We don't know how to play like this, but it don't matter. He's doing real good on the tapping guitar. Feeling good, sounding too. I think you like it, you. I think you like it too. I do, I really like it too. Okay, this one is very special. I worked really hard on this and I'm super pumped on this sound. Preset 10, Belly Punchy. This is another clean sound, but this is in a very different context. I've always been impressed and fascinated with indie bands like The Killers, that have a semi-dirty, clean, punchy, clean sound that just sounds great for melodies and it appears as clean, but is able to sit inside of a heavy production and bell and delay and verb on top. And I'm going to do something a little different with this example. I really felt like it needs to be shown, not just played solo, but actually shown in a session, and just how well it does that. So let's check it out. Here is my Belly Punchy. Let's just hear it solo for a second. Amazing mixture of the element of the clean sound poking through the sound with an underbelly of warm distortion around that clean sound. Now let's hear what it does for us inside a production. Yummy, totally yummy. You know what I'm saying? Like yum. This next sound, preset 11, Cheatham Street Blues. This is a generally overall great versatile country / blues sound. Named after the infamous Cheatham Street venue. I think it was called Cheatham Street Warehouse in San Marcos, where Stevie Ray Vaughan and other famous artists really cut their teeth. I'm a big fan of great blues music as well. This is a great classic sound that works amazingly even with different pickup positions, which we're going to show you. This was taken from a classic Fender Bassman amp and cab. So let's start by hearing this in the neck position. Sweet. Now check it out. Let's check it over to here and hear the way it focuses on that mids and ow! Preset 13, a Affliction quad. Well, what do you mean quad, machine? Quad is a big thing I do. When you read all the names on this, you'll see. First of all, you can see like there's a lot of functions in the names. Like it tells you like in titles there's like this and that blues sound, this and that country sound. You'll see a few that say quads, and what quads are in a heavy track. When I'm trying to go to the next level, whether I just big up that outro or fatten up that bridge, I'll do another stereo layer of rhythms. But the function of a quad isn't to be just another similar heavy sound, because all that would do, it would just add and make a mushier sound that was just louder. You want the aspect of your quads to cover frequencies that the mains don't, and that's when they then marry together what makes them sound bigger. So what you'll see from this is a unit I would use, this old Sans amp unit, which is like a rack unit that people use for years, and this is just a sound I modeled out of it direct, which sounds quite fake and synthy, but when used as a layer to a rhythm, like in that outro or in that bigger part or in that big heavy chunky part, it really colorizes and bigs up the sound. So with that imagination, let's hear what this bad boy sounds like. It's just not fair. It's just like bigger than life, really. In my efforts to bring a really versatile producer toolbox of sounds to you, Def Leppard Fake Clean. I'm a big fan of these 80s style chorusy wet clean sounds that to me were sort of signature of the band Def Leppard, but I think I designed this sound on an 18 Visions record I did, and I remember it came from this little box. You said these little boxes, like these Zoom boxes, and this one is Tone Works by Korg, and that's where I modeled this sound from. It's so nice to be able to have these, real cartoony, charismatic signature sounds. Just 1, 2, 3 right here on a clip on this preset. So let's play like what when Def Leppard would do some sort of like a clean picky thing amongst heavy riffs. Love it. So here's an example where I would say this is at its glassy best. I say glassy because you'll see like the sheen it puts over the riff. Let's hear it in this context. So creamy and glassy and yummy. Preset number 19, Indie Pop Picky. Again, just really wanting to make a really versatile library, having all sounds for all applications, like a real great producer toolkit. We always need our tight, semi-clean rhythm sound. We call this indie pop picky. Let's hear like a pop verse first of all. Good. What if we turned up the gain just a little bit and we did like a rock version, like a Foo Fighters, all my life. What if we did something like that? Let me turn up the gain a little bit. All my life I've been searching for something. Awesome. Such a good usable sound. This is preset 34, a def tone. The idea of modeling this was when you're doing a lot of very melodic metal chords, often ones that add that ninth, very signature of the band Deftones. I found myself in recording guitars that I'm always trying to carve and scoop things that those frequencies add sort of often a harshness that I'm often trying to scoop out. So I modeled this from my Diesel VH4, and just to create a sound that I'm often just always trying to dial in the mix that really handles that buildup of those frequencies with those added ninths. So working very good for these type of Deftonesy type of chords. Like play, for example. Nice. Yeah, see, it really pockets in those harmonic frequencies and just still gives you an overall smooth, distorted, full range picture, Preset number 50, Quick Death. Scary name, but actually very interesting sound. I'm a big fan of great classic rock vintage sounds. This one is recorded from a Fender Blackface Twin. It's just a great dense AC/DC / clutch type of good old rock tone that just sits dense in the mix. And let's check it out. That sounds cool. So legit sounding for a great classic tone, I think. So this one's different and interesting. Preset 66, just plug in your acoustic. For everyone that's recording at home and has an acoustic that can plug in with a DI, you know how plasticky and rubber bandy it can sound. So this is a model that really, where I modeled the sound of taking amazing condenser mics and carefully positioning them on acoustics to get you that real studio recording sound, literally just by plugging in your acoustic at home. Here's another version of one of those presets, just plugging your acoustic, number 68, where I emulate the sound of a nylon string. I thought that was a sexy tone.
Yeah, it's a great tone.
Yeah.